Warning: due to the graphic content in this program, viewer discretion is advised.
This story takes us to Pekin, Illinois, where a young woman's babysitting job ended in an infant's death, a courtroom drama, and a murder charge that shook the entire community. Her name is McKenna Rhodes. 21 years old. No long criminal record. Just a babysitter, trusted to care for a group of children. But according to investigators, what unfolded in that apartment was not an accident. It was deliberate and deadly. Let's take a look at some of the footage from a policeman's body cam. On June 26, 2024, a distress call rocked the small community of Pekin, Illinois. A baby, just shy of her first birthday, was reported unresponsive by the babysitter's boyfriend, and honey, what started as a 911 call turned into a full-blown homicide investigation.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
1200 Avenue.
Tell me exactly what happened.
So my girlfriend is watching a toddler. We put her up for a nap. She is not breathing.
Are you with her now?
Yes, I am.
Is she awake?
She is not.
Is she breathing?
Out. She is not. She's turning purple.
All right, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line.
All right, thank you.
Are you right by the baby now?
Yes, I am.
Listen carefully. I want you to lay the baby flat on her back on the floor and remove anything from under her head. And then kneel next to the baby and look in the mouth for food or vomit. Let me know when you've got that done.
Look for food or vomit?
Yes. Kneel next to the baby and look in the mouth for food or vomit. Is there anything in the mouth?
Hold on.
While the dispatcher calmly guides him through CPR instructions, we hear something that'll chill your spine. He pauses, says there might be vomit, says there's nothing in the mouth. But listen carefully. There's confusion and hesitation. A baby in distress, and he sounds unsure, almost too unsure.
I'm looking. I do not see anything, sir.
I'm sorry, what? Are you there?
Yeah, I do not feel it. I don't hear anything. I think it looks like there's vomit on her shirt.
Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions. I want you to make sure the baby is flat on her back on the floor. I want the chest to come all the way up between pumps. Count out loud so I can count with you, okay?
An officer here.
There's an officer there?
Yes.
Okay, let them take over, okay?
The victim, a 10-month-old baby girl. Just 10 months. Still in diapers. Still needing someone to hold her bottle. She didn't even get to see her first birthday. According to court documents, McKenna was watching several kids that day. She told authorities that baby was crying and fussy and difficult to settle. And after several failed attempts to calm her down, McKenna admitted she snapped. Now here's where it turns from tragic to terrifying. McKenna allegedly took a pacifier, shoved it into the baby's mouth, and then pressed a soft toy, what they call a lovey, over the child's face to muffle her cries. Not to soothe her. Not to comfort her. But to silence her. According to the confession, she held it there until the baby stopped crying. Stopped moving. Stopped breathing. First responders were called to the apartment. The baby was unresponsive. By the time she reached the hospital, she was already gone. An autopsy confirmed what everyone feared. This wasn't sudden infant death syndrome. This wasn't a fluke. The child died from asphyxiation. Her cause of death was listed as smothering, with clear signs of pressure applied to the face. Let that settle for a moment. McKenna Rhodes was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And in the courtroom, prosecutors didn't hold back. They laid it all out: the confession, the autopsy, the complete absence of any legitimate excuse. When the judge reviewed the case, he made a rare move. He denied pretrial release altogether. No bond, no ankle monitor, no home confinement. And here's why. McKenna herself has a baby. A young infant. And while her lawyers pushed for her to be released under strict conditions, the judge said no family member should be responsible for enforcing those rules. That wasn't fair. And it wasn't safe. This wasn't just about one tragic moment. This was about whether the defendant had the emotional stability to be around any child again. Now, I know someone's going to say, maybe she was overwhelmed. Maybe she was struggling mentally. Maybe postpartum depression played a role. But let me ask you something. If you can put a toy over a crying baby's face and press down until she stops breathing, is that stress? Or is that something far darker? Because there's a difference between being tired and being dangerous. McKenna Rhodes is now awaiting trial, and if convicted, she could spend the rest of her life behind bars. The community in Pekin is left to grieve, to process, and to wonder how someone so young could do something so final. And here's where we show you the body cam footage. The moment law enforcement steps into that apartment. Listen to the tone. Watch the energy in that room.
Okay. Who was the child?
A police officer arrives and starts gathering facts. The boyfriend claims the baby was put down for a nap around 10:30. He stumbles through the timeline like a man who just woke up, or like one who's trying to craft a story.
But she went to go wake her up from a nap. No breathing. And she's blue.
Which room?
It looks like she choked on a tree.
How long ago? I know nothing.
Put her out for a nap about 10 p.m. Or not 10 p.m., 10:30.
Upstairs here?
Yep, so it's going to be the far bath.
All right.
Bedroom on the right.
All right, there's an officer up there and fireman up there. I'm gonna stand out here and just direct the AMP guys up here. Who all lives here, guys? Whose place is it?
It's me and my girlfriend.
When asked who lives in the home, he says it's just him and his girlfriend. And I'm already raising an eyebrow. These aren't parents. These are babysitters. Babysitters who had a child turn up unconscious under their care.
Okay, all right.
My girlfriend laid her down at about 10:30 for a nap.
Okay.
And she usually just naps and then we get her and she comes down and eats. And we went up there and nothing.
Oh my gosh, okay, all right, yeah.
It looks like she choked on her pube.
We got the right people here to try to fix this and take care of this, so let's get them up there, all right?
I don't know. I'm not up there. I'm scared. I'm shaking really bad.
I'm gonna have you come out here with this officer here and just kind of tell him what you were telling me to the left and upstairs. He told me that his girlfriend put the baby down to sleep, and then when they went upstairs, he was kind of choking and not really sure exactly what's going on. So I'm just directing people upstairs. Keep talking what you're doing, let them do their work, but these officers will probably just kind of talk and get this, do their part of it, and we'll let the medical people take care of that, okay? Who's this baby right here?
That's my baby.
That's your baby, okay.
Yeah. I just put her up to take a nap.
Okay, all right. Who are you talking to?
Her mom.
Yeah, yep. You go ahead and do what you gotta do.
I put her up
Yep.
there about 10:30, and she fell asleep about 11. And I just went to wake her up because usually I let her sleep for an hour. I had her lunch in the microwave, and I went up there to check on her, and there was nothing.
Are you ventilating them okay? Yeah. Yep. So ventilations are fine. Right. Let's get them on a monitor, get access, get one round of drugs and run. Let's do a pulse check.
I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything that like the sergeant has said, so can you just kind of again explain to me the timeline of events and what
So it
happened?
was about 10:30. We took her, my girlfriend took her up to take her to put her down for a nap.
Okay.
She took her down to a nap in my son's room.
Okay.
And his infant bed or whatever.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just.
It's okay.
A lot going on.
Sure,
Just
I understand. Yeah, absolutely.
So when they did that, my girlfriend just went to check up on her because we didn't hear anything. And usually she wakes up at this time. She went up there and she wasn't breathing, nothing.
Okay. Was she moving at all?
No.
Is this also your daughter too?
No.
Okay. And then and this is your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, she has a history of colic since she was newborn, had an episode of vomiting yesterday and several bouts of diarrhea lately. Nothing abnormal in that, just vomited the one time after eating. She is up to date on all immunizations and medications.
You guys are babysitting. Yes.
Yes.
What's mom's name?
I do not know.
Is this her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm shaking so bad.
Hi. Now, right now, the medical personnel are upstairs working. We're going to keep you out here. We don't know exactly what's going on. That's awesome for coming here. But it was actually one of the paramedics that was getting the information from you through her. So, yeah, we'll stay here. And we're gonna get.
I'm gonna call my fiance.
Yep, I think that's a good idea. Yep.
Do they know anything right now? Is she breathing?
I don't know. Nope, I got here and I sent the superheroes upstairs to do what they got to do, and I just kind of stayed down here to
She looks
keep
like
this
she
part
threw
going
up
here.
all over her. Okay. I had her lunch in the microwave.
Okay, they're coming out right now. They're coming. Yep. So let's stay here.
Out right now.
Yep. They're gonna come out and they're gonna get her to the ambulance. We'll figure out a way to get you there because I don't want you driving in this state. I'm not sure if you ride to the ambulance
This is a company vehicle.
or maybe I can drive you. Maybe you can ride with me. Yeah. Maybe I can drive you to get you to the hospital. That's probably the best idea. Do you want to come sit in my squad car where it's air conditioned and just
No,
relax
I need
it?
to see her.
Okay. Yeah.
I need
No.
to see her.
I think that makes sense. Yep, I think that's good. I was just thinking if you wanted to, I was offering that as an option.
See her?
Yep. She's standing right here, wants to see everything. We're at the end of the sidewalk. Just hey, I just wanna alert you.
She's gonna have a lot of things on her.
A lot of stuff going on, so I want you to get to see her and watch. But we've got to let them do what they can to save her life. And I know I'm just letting you know it already is alarming and distressing and everything. But yeah.
Oh my. Who found little one up in the?
It wasn't her.
I wasn't here. I just came from work.
Caleb's on it.
Oh, okay.
Kenna.
Well, medics just want to know, like, she talked to her.
Kenna's.
Positioning and everything.
Right, we're gonna go into the living room, past the door, and let him open it for us.
Oops, sorry. Sorry.
You're Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
With the stretcher.
Oh my god!
Let's go sit in my car and let's call her to the hospital, right? I got you.
Oh my god!
We're just gonna sit in my car.
Kenna is visibly shaken when told the paramedics are taking the baby to the hospital. She agrees to ride with someone else. And for a second, you almost feel sorry for her. But trust me, we're just getting started.
I got you.
Go to St. Francis.
Yep.
Oh my god!
Are they able to get anything?
Crib looks clean. Butler did really good. He took his camera.
Babysitters.
Yeah, took a real good video of the crib before he touched anything. Baby was found face down. Been sleeping like roughly 2 hours.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, do you need me to hang up on you? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it together, but I can't. Go to St. Francis OSF. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, no, like everything looks pretty clean. It looks like a nice kid's bedroom. Like there were some blankets in there in the crib. I wonder if it was like rolled open on his stomach and just wasn't strong enough to roll back over and smother.
A responding officer notes the crib looked clean, but when he found the baby, she was blue, tongue, lips, skin, and what he says next will haunt you. He thinks the baby may have rolled into a blanket and smothered. The word smothered, remember that. It's going to come back.
So they're going to take back to an emergency room, obviously. So you can either wait in the lobby, wait outside, talk to people. I'm going to get another officer here to kind of facilitate so you are, kept up to speed on exactly what's going on and what's happening. But we want to give them the ability to do what they've got to do here. So
the babysitter is hysterical. She said she has laid the kid down at 10 something, came up at like 12:45, and the child was blue. Babysitter's boyfriend is super calm. There's some things that are just kind of up in the air right now. Mother was not here. The child was in the care of a babysitter. That babysitter and boyfriend are on the way to the PD now. Homer's going down there for initials. Child was on his stomach.
When I got there, the dude had him on his back doing CPR, and then I took over as soon as I got up there. I don't know how he was sleeping.
This was all in the bedroom.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, blue tongue, blue lips, blue skin, nothing.
Was it cold? Still warm?
No, still warm.
30 minutes after arriving at the hospital, baby Sylvie is pronounced deceased. That's when the real interrogation begins. Kenna and her boyfriend are separated. The lies start rolling in faster than a bad soap opera plot.
Hello? Yeah.
We're at the police department and I'm just really scared. I just feel horrible. I just don't know what to do. She make it.
No, Kenna. Did they say what caused it?
No.
So now what?
I don't know. I'm just in this room by myself and I don't like it.
Oh, Kenna.
I'm just really scared.
Well, there was nothing you could do. Kenna could have
No.
asked at her house.
You need to stay on the phone with me until somebody comes in.
Alright.
Meanwhile, her boyfriend is giving his version to detectives. He claims he never saw Sylvie that day, which is odd, considering Kenna said he was downstairs with her the entire time. Somebody's lying. And spoiler alert, it's not just one of them.
Sylvie at all today?
I have not.
So by the time that you
Woke up. And
woke up, she was already upstairs, laid down for the day?
Yeah.
Okay. When you came down, did everything seem normal? Like, did she seem flustered at all? Was there any issues?
Everything looked fine.
Had you heard, because she said that Sylvie had been like a little bit fussy and...
She screams a lot and cries because when Kenna first started watching her, she told me she was colicky, kind of.
Who figured out that something was wrong with Sylvie, or like how did that all play out?
Kenna was making lunch with for all the kids, and she was making Sylvie's lunch because she usually wakes up by now. Kenna went up there, and Kenna came running downstairs and goes, I think she's dead. And I'm like, what? And so then I jumped up and I ran upstairs and I saw her and I called 911 right away.
When you first walked into the bedroom, what did you see?
When all I see was, I walk in, Sylvie's in the crib, and it looks like Kenna flipped her to face her up to get her awake, and that's what I walked into. Her face kind of purplish, but just like right there.
Laying face up in the crib. Okay. Alrighty. I think I pretty much, my biggest thing is just getting like your guys' base statements.
No, I get you.
I'm gonna talk to her then, and then we'll kind of go from there, okay? If you need anything though, just get up and either yell out the door or knock or something, but we'll get you whatever you need.
Thank you.
Okay? Hey.
Do you want me to end this?
Yeah, if you would. You can tell her, you'll be able to call her back as soon as I'm done. Just run me through like from the time that you woke up, just to the time that like we got called out, okay?
Sylvie was very fussy, so I was feeding her a bottle and trying to like calm her down. Then she started to fall asleep in my arms, so then I took her upstairs, laid her down. She was fussy, so I brought her back down, and then she played with some of her toys. She has a caddy there of toys. And then about 10:30, she was still very fussy, so I just kind of let her go. And 10:30, I took her back upstairs and laid her down. And then, I put her in her pink sleep sack, and then laid her down. And I turned the fan on for her because it gets warm in there. And then I went downstairs to start making lunch for everybody, which is what I was doing. Whenever I went upstairs to check on her and to wake her up because her mom only wants her to sleep for an hour.
Okay.
And then that's when I noticed that she wasn't breathing at all. So then I ran downstairs. And he went upstairs and I told him to call 911 because I was scared.
Yeah.
I still am. And then I went over to my sister's to have her come over so that I could have somebody.
Who dropped Sylvie off this morning?
Her mom. As soon as she left, Sylvie was crying. Yeah, she's already pretty colicky.
Okay.
So I just kind of figured that's what it was.
That's like the norm for her.
Acid reflux, yeah.
Okay. So usually fussy is not like
it's not
crazy out of the norm.
No, but it's also like as much as she was today, it wasn't like normal at all for her.
Okay. She seemed more upset than normal.
Yeah. I had taken her up to lay her down for a little bit.
Okay.
For 5 minutes, if that.
Okay.
Because I don't like listening to them cry.
Was that 5 minute like because I have a 2-year-old, I get like sometimes you need a mental break. Was that like a mental break period for you or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get her upstairs because she's being fussy and you need a second.
And normally when she's fussy, she's just tired.
When you brought Sylvie back downstairs before she started playing with her toys, where was sleeping at that point, or had he already come down?
He came down about the same time that I had brought Sylvie down.
Okay. So then you bring her down. How long were you guys all like in the living room before nap time?
We were in there from like 9:45 to 10:30 whenever I laid her down.
Detectives notice inconsistencies. 1 minute Kenna says the boyfriend was watching the baby. The next, he swears he never saw her. And when asked why they'd be texting during an active police investigation, oh, now it's all deleted messages, and I don't remembers.
When you brought Sylvie down the first time,
yeah,
that was around the same time I was getting up for the day.
Yeah.
You said that you had at one point come upstairs and that you had to pump.
Yes.
Was that before or after?
No, she was still down there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't understand, I guess, after talking to both of you. He said he was sleeping like the entire time.
Yeah, he was, and then came down at 9:30.
Yeah, but he said like he hadn't even seen Sylvie today.
He was down there with her.
Do you know why he would make it sound like he didn't watch her at all and had no contact with her this morning?
Maybe it's because he was on his Xbox. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because he said like I was like, you didn't even see her today?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I didn't even see her. And so that makes me like, concerned. Do you guys do like baby monitors at all or anything like that?
There's one in there, but we haven't used it.
Okay, let me run.
To watch the rest of this interrogation, I put the link in the description. What I know is this: babies cry. It's what they do. And when you accept the job of caring for someone else's child, their tears are part of the deal. If you can't handle that, you have no business being around children. None. This case isn't just about justice. It's about accountability. It's about trusting the wrong person with a life too fragile to defend itself. I'm Vanessa Hartwell, and you're watching Women Are Evil Too. Subscribe, drop a comment, and don't hold back. Was this a young woman in crisis or a murderer in disguise? Either way, that baby deserved better. And I'll be right here, digging into the cases most folks are too scared to touch.